Hello there, MegaMogwai here, and I got another MTG video for you guys today. And today we'll feature a viewer submitted deck list in case you are a viewer as well, which you probably are if you are watching this video. You can send me decks at sendmedeckpick@gmail.com. I repeat, sendmedeckpick@gmail.com. The link should be in the description down below anyways. And yeah, today we're going to play some Orzhov. This is a deck brought to you by Rodrigo Mota. And I've been dealing with this transition lag for like every intro because I'm bulk recording. So you probably have noticed this pattern of like the screen being black for like 3 seconds whenever I transition. But you know, hopefully I'll remember to reboot for the next one. Regardless, we're playing Afterlife. It's an Orzhov deck built around, it's kind of like an aristocrat deck because we have a bunch of creatures with Afterlife effects. We have Tide Taker, we have the Ministrant of Obligation, and Seraph of the Scales. On top of this, we have 2 copies of Sephara Skyblade, which is not in an Azorius Flyers deck, which is, you know, kind of out of place, right? But she really does find a lot of utility here. Like, it's actually very useful, or sorry, very easy to get her onto the board with so many Afterlife effects being triggered, especially because we have a lot of enablers for these self-sacrificing potential mechanics, as we have Priest of Forgotten Gods and Pitiless Pontiff to sack our own dudes and get them onto the graveyard and get the Spirit Flyers going, because the Spirit Flyers are the creatures that we're going to be tapping for Sephara right here. We have 2 copies of Ethereal Absolution, 1 Cavalier of Night, 1 Divine Visitation, which can enable us to really go crazy with our Afterlife effects in the late game, and 2 copies of Sorin alongside 2 Kaya's Wrath and 2 Rankos, which I think could be more. I think this deck can definitely be optimized, but I really like the initial concept of this build. Why do I like it? It's not just because I have a soft spot for Orzhov decks, because I get to, you know, use these cool-ass money sleeves. It's also due to the fact that I believe Orzhov can be pretty anti-meta, especially in Best of 1. I believe we played this deck in Best of 1 today, yeah, because I did record a live session with it. I really like Orzhov, specifically this sort of Orzhov, because we are covering several really popular matchups in the ladder right now. First of all, Rakdos aggro, Gruul aggro are pretty advantageous matchups for us for rather obvious reasons, especially in Best of 1, because Priest of Forgotten Gods alongside a bunch of creatures that leave bodies behind can enable us to get some really good defensive trades early on in the game, and then potentially board wipe them with Kaya's Wrath, or just single target removal, their biggest threats, and generally outvalue them, gain health, and overwhelm them with our game plan and our interactivity, right? On top of this, we're also we have a good chance against Simic Flash decks as well, because we are main decking for Tide Takers. I think Tide Taker is a really strong card from white in Magic the Gathering Standard right now because of the prevalence of Simic Flash decks. Tide Taker can make their countering pretty much a hassle, and just really, it makes it so that they really can't catch up with us, especially because our curve is already low enough to begin with, so we can dodge counter spells with multiple plays in conjunction, and Tide Taker can really punish Flash players, and on top of that, does synergize with our strategy to begin with his Afterlife, leaving 1 flying spirit behind for Sephara, or Sephara. I don't know how you say her name, honestly. So I really like this deck. I did tweak the original build, which had 3 Sepharas and 2 Divine Visitation, amongst other things. I think these numbers do look better now. The deck definitely feels like it flows better, as Tide Taker, I believe, was the original deck playing Tide Taker? I'm pretty sure it was, though I can't recall. No, it wasn't. The original deck was playing Orzhov Enforcer. So I took out Orzhov Enforcer for Tide Taker for that reason, Rodrigo, in case you're watching this. And that's the deck list right there. It's, you know, pretty unique, pretty fun, and I got some really good gameplay for you guys today, so hopefully you enjoy the games and you enjoy something new, some more Orzhov. I would like to explore more into this archetype and see if I can make it relevant for Best of 3 as well. But for the time being, this is going to be limited to Best of 1. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Hopefully you enjoy the games. Have a solid day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Right, let's see if we can actually summon Sephara with this deck. Well, speak of the devil. Rather say speak of the angel. It's hilarious. I'm gonna lead off with the Temple of Silence. Keep that there. And just think about how we call this deck Afterlife and we have Godless Shrine in it. I don't know about you, but I do find that slightly amusing. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the cool planes, not the less cool one, and we're gonna drop Tide Taker in there. Tide Taker in this sort of matchup serves a very simple purpose, and that is just chump blocking. Just block stuff, trade into that Scorch Spitter, which he does not want to do. As what we're gonna do now is we're going to go ahead and play the Ministrant of Obligation, and we're gonna keep these guys in the back. I'm just gonna attack. I'm gonna apply pressure. If you don't want to block, if you want to attack, then you know, by all means. I will gladly trade these because that can enable my Sephara. Or Sephara. I don't know. Okay. Well, you know what? Each player sacrifices a creature, and each player discards a card. I'm gonna discard the Pontiff. And we're gonna get that going. And now with the 4 flyers enabled, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, fish, let's get the head exploding. With motherfucking Sephara. What you got for me, bruh? Lifelink! Okay, that's fair. Alright, this deals not enough damage to kill Sephara, that's for sure. Oh, nice. Like, I really love the fact that we're actually making good use out of Tide Taker in this list. So, I'm going to lead off with the Castle Lockwain, and depending on what we see here, we'll be going Plains, we'll be going Tithe or Priest. If I see green and or blue, I'll be dropping the Tide Taker. I think I'll be dropping the Tide Taker regardless. We'll see. Rankle works so well in this deck too. Even YouTubers gotta hydrate. The more you know. Gotta make sure my mic doesn't unplug. It has happened to me before. Eugene here is taking his time, so I'll be right back when he's back. Alright. It seems like it's my turn finally. Are you here, Eugene? Are you with us? He is. So he's gonna reveal to me what he has. If I see green or blue, I'm going Tithe. Blue? You know what's happening. Get our boy in there. Well, now we know for a fact that unless he plays something for 1 mana now, he can do absolutely nothing next turn. And we're just gonna go ahead and do this and start attacking him. Triple Sephara is not really... Did I actually like draw... I drew 2 Sepharas in a row here. That's not a lie, that's not ideal. Okay, so it is the mirror. If he cries at the Carnarium here, then I'm just gonna scoop, because like Cry the Carnarium is just an auto loss here. What would the odds be of him having Cry the Carnarium, man? Come on now. He actually can't handle it. Come on, show me that land. Show me that land. Oh my god, I'm so pissed. That's bullshit. That's actually bullshit. 2 Sephara, like I literally drew all my end game here. 1 land and I managed to actually play. That sucks. That really sucks. That's brutal. If I get countered now, that's just so dumb. Yeah, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. The fact that I drew these 3, this is a 1-off in the deck, and this is like a 3 of. Like, the fact that I do these 3 cards. What are the odds of us drawing like this? Like, I'm very close to just conceding here. I'm not gonna lie, this really frustrates me. Because he had to go for a 3-mana Murderous Rider on my Tie Taker, and like... It's like the Mirror Flash, and like with main deck Tie Takers, we like with this sort of board and with a Sorin, we completely shut him down. This is just stupid. I'm not even gonna like bother playing this match out. We're gonna go ahead and keep this because we have, you know, we may only have 2 lands, which we could be stuck at, but at the very least we have a plethora of plays here. Lead off with Temple of Silence. I will be mulliganing that to the bottom because we want to make sure that we continue to curve out here. We're not seeing any blue, so it's safe to assume that this is not that kind of matchup. I'm going to go ahead and drop a Tie Taker anyways because it does leave a body behind. Next turn, I can proceed to Murderous Rider that. Cavalier of Night can be extremely important this matchup. Can be so good here. Rotten Regisaur. Alright. Rotting Regisaur. We could be looking at an Embercleave next turn, which is problematic to say the least, so I want to I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna make him discard. I'm gonna deny the Embercleave. If he has Embercleave, we lose. Which, really sucks here. But back-to-back Regisaur I can't do anything about. Like, if he has it, he has it. But he doesn't seem to have it, which is good. Because that enables us to buy a little bit of time here. So he could have actually used that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5, 6 mana. What can we do with 6 mana? We can Ministrant of Obligation. Ministrant of Obligation into Murderous Rider. Right now, we just need to buy time. Obviously, the moment he draws into Embercleave, we're in massive trouble because of his current board state. So we just gotta try to hold on until then. I'll take the hit. All right. Okay. Another big dino comes down. Seraph of the Scales can trade here. I don't need to apply Death Touch until he does. That's more like it. That's more like it. Okay, so what can we do here? We can go... We have 8 mana, which means we can go Sorin into Tidetaker, into Priest of the Forgotten Gods. With Sorin, we can Resurrect. So we have a total of 4 blockers. We have more than enough blockers for our opponent. With Sorin, we can also just, like, instead of, like, going crazy with... Because we have right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. Instead of going crazy with that, we can potentially... I want to play you. I want to play you. And I want to play you. The question is... Do I go +2? Do I go +2? I'm going to go -X.
I demand servitude.
Okay, Revival Revenge is nice. Okay. Revival Revenge was nice. And again, I just gotta hope no Embercleave. If he has Embercleave, I'm dead. Okay, so that must be Embercleave. But just in case it isn't, for some miracle. We were close to coming back, but we were close. We really were. And you end up getting punished because of it. I'm gonna keep this because Tidetaker is really nice. This also gives us something like an extra resource to enable us to kill Nissa as well, which is also a card that we can struggle with a lot. We're gonna lead off with the Atheist land here, and then we're gonna drop one of these two to set up the Tidetaker. gonna set up you instead. A 2-mana 2/1 with lifelink is, you know, pretty manageable. Alright, so Golgari. I mean, it's safe to assume this is Golgari Adventures. He probably plays Lucky Clover as well. And he's gonna ping us for 1! We're doomed. We are not gonna block. And what we're gonna do now is very simple. Ministrant of Obligation. As I don't feel the need to attack him. I may as well just keep her as a blocker just in case something wild happens. Like, maybe I could go for the damage, but I could have just attacked there, honestly. There was probably no reason not to attack, since I don't aim on blocking. But the cool thing is that if this guy attacks now, I can trade the Ministrant, and then I can sack those 2 birds. For this. Okay. What do we take out? I guess Ethereal Absolution, since it's a little bit early for that. And I would assume... I'm going to go ahead and take out D-Spark as well. I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna sack these. Because if I draw into a Plains here, or like a Godless Shrine, something. Or that, I can just play this. We miss out on a land here, but this is fine. Sack for that, just so we get the mana boost. Because with the mana boost, it allows us to do this.
Accept the darkness within.
The darkness within. Getting Soaring on the board is a big deal. If he wants to use a Murderous Rider on it now, that's fine. I got the value out of it, and we just keep applying pressure. We get more sack outlets. Like next turn, we can Ministrant of Obligation, and if we draw a white source of mana, we can start getting more plays going on. That's super slow. That's oh so slow, son. We get the lifelink as well. This is amazing. This is really good. You know, we've been like really mana screwed this game, but Priest has really pulled her own weight here. All right, before playing that, let's go ahead and ping you there. I kind of just wanna sack these 2 immediately. I'm gonna do it. I mean, I could attack. Offer him the trade if he wants. The thing is, he doesn't want it. I don't need to attack with these 2. Okay, he does. All right. I got a bit ahead of myself there. Let's scry now. Let's keep that there. Why not? I have like so many sack outlets. I can deal with like pretty much any board, and I can just keep pushing damage. I can keep using Sorin to resurrect as well. I'm gonna use that to make him force him to sack that. I wish this was an instant. Instant speed revival. How sweet would that be? And that pretty much limits his turn. as we draw into more mana. And at this point, we may as well get more value out of this.
Embrace the bloodlust.
Just gonna keep that there. Because I can actually ramp on my opponent's turn with Priest and enable both Murderous Rider and D-Spark. My opponent's like basically so fucked right now. Like they have no chance. Like I don't know, like even like a random Ritual of Soot wouldn't be that big of a deal. And that is his play. Wow. I'm gonna Murderous Rider this. And I'm gonna get the swag kill on that. Go. I almost got the ramp. Like, one of the cool things with Priest is like ramping into Ethereal Absolution. That's just sexy as hell. And I'm gonna keep this hand because we do have the Swag Plains, Tide Taker, and Priest alongside a Rankle to curve out into. So this is a matchup that if I see that Breeding Pool right there, I want to do my very best. Okay, so I'm gonna try to. If he has a counter, he has a counter. So I'd rather play the Priest of Forgotten Gods and force that counter out of him. Alright. Or just get her in there, you know, like that's also good. I like the fact that I have D-Spark because it enables me to answer a Nightpack Ambusher. Even though Nightpack Ambusher and Frilled Mystic are not really gonna be a thing here. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to... No, I'm going to keep... I'm worried about a Nisa. But if he has a Nisa, I can always D-Spark it later down the line. I'm going to try to play this. Yeah, because this will trade with the counter. I really want that that next land. That land can be anything except like a tapped land here. Right, so no... Like, the thing is... Nisa and Ambusher are not really threatening right now. And that's big. That's big for us. It's actually really big. Well, would have been big if we actually threw into a land. You know, but it is what it is. God damn it, we got mana screwed. We got screwed so hard. That's the that's a green source, and we're about to get wrecked here. If it's not Nisa, it's a Nightpack Ambusher. Regardless, we have to pass here because we just cannot draw into a fourth land. There we go. Took you a while. Let's see if he keeps on top or bottom. He keeps on top. So I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna keep the D-Spark enabled. Another counter here. Tide Taker did outstanding. The problem is my opponent has like 3 more lands than I. Like we've been like 3 lands behind this entire game, which just makes things really hard for us. It's disappointing because this is a matchup that I really wanted to test out English, and I can't because I can't draw my lands. And I'm not gonna lose to like the flash aspect of this deck. I'm just gonna lose to like big crasses, which makes sense because he doubles our mana. I will trade the Pontiff with this. No matter what we draw here, like we're just so far behind at this point. And because that's a plains, we can't even combine this with this. Like, yeah, this is a shame. A shame of a game, really. One of those instances in which you think, okay, Magic the Gathering has flaws. He's just gonna move on. I cry every time. Was really excited to try out Tide Taker over there. It's a 2-lander. We could suffer the same fate, but we are gonna keep because we do have double Tithe, like a bunch of 2-drop plays. We're actually going to lead off with the Priest of Forgotten Gods, though, because we don't think our opponent is playing blue. So we don't have to prioritize this. Okay, it is just Golgari, Lucky Clover. We're going to play you into you. Right. I should have attacked first. I should have always attacked first without giving him information, but I'm gonna drop Seraph there and see if I can. Like, the problem is Sephara is likely to be answered by my opponent. No, he went for the Murderous Rider now. At least he loses the original Murderous Rider because of this. And we're actually close to being able to play Sephara here. Our best tactic here is to just gun him down, like aggro him before he can, because he's gonna start getting insane value. Like, this deck, when they get the Lucky Clover, is just really nutty. So the only real advantage we have at this point is momentum and his health point being so low, so we gotta kill him. And we got him! Alright. I don't know why he forfeited there. He must have literally had nothing. But I'll take it. Is our next opponent. I'm gonna keep this. It's not the ideal hand, but it curves. And you can't take the curve for granted. No, sir. We'll go Minister in turn 3. We can very easily Kaya's Wrath next turn if we need to. Alright. I wonder if he'll take the Wrath. He takes the D-Spark. Interesting. know about you, but I am going to go for this Wrath. Just because I need to get rid of that hero of Reason 1. He actually missed the land drop and he went for the D-Spark. He must have some strong stuff. Okay. We're going to go ahead. First of all, we're going to attack. Then we're going to play Tide Taker, which will force him to go for whatever play he wants for, but we already got our damage. Tide Taker number 2.
I am not going to sit this one out. I've got time.
I've got time too, buddy. Ooh.
I have come for vengeance and blood. I require your body, not your soul.
Still the worst voice actor in Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm sorry, but whoever voices Soren, my God, my Lord, I don't even know what to say. Just shameful, absolutely shameful. Let's go ahead and ping you here. Let's try to bait him here.
For a drink.
We're gonna see if he takes it. Come on, take it. Take it. There you go. Atta boy. Sephara! Sephara! Safari! She lived to protect. And what am I gonna do here? What am I gonna do here? Do I res or? Nah, let's ping.
Vampirism is a useful trait.
Oh, look at that health gate, baby. Oh, that was slick. The indestructible. We could see another time wipe here, but if that is the case, we just keep coming at him. And the beautiful thing is that we just keep pinging him with, like one more turn, one more ping with. Like, the thing is, I don't know if it's worth it to really go in on the. I think I'm just better off just applying pressure. If he goes for the elite guard mage, then I'll just go face. I'll just be aggressive. This Ethereal Absolution is a nice payoff, but 2 lands away. This card is pretty dead for me right now, and I am hoping to end the game in a couple of turns potentially. Otherwise, it's really gonna slip away from me. So this is not the card that I really want to have right now. Though in a scenario in which, you know, it does drag out and I don't lose complete control of my board, then it could really come into play. He just goes to the guard mage. Alright. We go face. All day, every day. Alright, there is a swamp. Hey, alright. Alright, taking it down. Nice. Nice, nice. You know what? I'm going to end the video there. We had, you know, a good game 1, then a couple of losses, I believe. rough ones. We did tweak the deck a little bit. I'm definitely happy with the D-Spark, even though we didn't get to showcase it much. I do think 3 Sepharas is just too much. I think the deck goes fine with 2. We actually got to put her to work, which I'm really happy about. And cards that I really think this deck could use more of. Cavalier of Night. Cavalier of Night, definitely. I took out 1 Revival Revenge, but I could just run 4. Not sure. Maybe more Rankles, because Rankle feels amazing with this deck. I'm pretty sure this can be tweaked. I just think Divine Visitation is... It feels really good in this deck, but as a one-off most. Because otherwise it's such a win more card. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan, but if we get it on the board with this sort of tactic, I don't know how to feel about Pitiless Pontiff either. I don't think this deck needs it. I think we could trade a few of these for more Rankles and more removal spells. Yeah, I think this can be tweaked in that sense, but I do like the initial idea, and that was really fun. So, hopefully you guys enjoy the games. Have a swell day. Fucking love you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.